Blackboard support, and then here is what we're going to be looking at, which is the Lincoln Land Community College library page. So if you go ahead and click on that, what it will do is it's going to open up the library's homepage, and it's going to give you a little bit of like a tiny little baby overview of what the library does. And what I'm going to show you guys is what really counts as a really good source for secondary sources. So what a secondary source is it is a source written by someone, like a historian. Like if I wrote something about something in the past, that would be a secondary source. It is a research, like paper or topic or article or book about a particular topic. Okay, so when you guys are doing your labs and media worksheets, those are primary sources because those have images of the from the time period. They have quotes from people who were giving speeches during that time period. So those are primary sources. So what the library is going to be really good for you guys is to find secondary sources. So in terms of your larger project, what I would suggest you guys do is first, I would look to see if the library at Lincoln Land has anything on your topic. So, and how do you find that is you go to down here, find a library resource. If you go to click on books and more, you can do a search by keyword, by title, by the type of book you're looking for. And you can also search by what I would suggest is not just doing keyword, but also doing subject. Because if I look up something like keyword, if I look up George Washington as a keyword, all right, it's going to pull up a bunch of resources that are from that are inside of our library. Like look up here. So where this says local catalog only, we also have the ability to bring books and resources in from other libraries that are part of the Carlisle Carly, I don't know what they call it, share. So you can do part of the iShare. If you click all iShare libraries, it will show you the books that other libraries have too. But unfortunately, a lot of the iShare stuff is frozen currently because of the coronavirus. All right. And so mostly you're going to be having to look local catalog and get the books from our local library. They might be opening up iShare this summer. I am not 100% sure, so we're just going to have to see. But if you look up here on the banner, it says until further notice, iShare requesting and statewide library delivery are temporarily suspended, and so you can't really do iShare right now until that banner goes away. All right, so look at that and see if that is away. So if it is gone, you can click find, and it will do the same search, that George Washington search, but it will pull up books from libraries across the state. All right, so I could click on this random thing at the top of the page, and it's from another library probably, and it's going to take me to their site. All right. And so what it's going to do is it's going to take me to this information about the book. All right. It tells me when it was published, who wrote it, where it's located at. So in this case, this is in the Illinois State Library inside of Springfield. You guys might actually have sharing privileges with other libraries in town. I would check. But what you can do is normally when you're signed in, it will have an ability to request this material, all right? And you can click like request this book, all right? And you click it, and then you put in what library you want them to send it to, and they'll send it to Lincoln Library's library. So, which is really awesome. So they'll mail it to you and then let you know when it's in. You'll get like a notification from the school, all right? So let's go pretend like we actually know that we cannot order these things from other schools, and our library just doesn't have anything on the subject that we want. Another thing that I would really, really, really recommend, actually, because it's an even better research tool when you're doing research yourselves, is go to this section right here, articles and scholarly research. All right. And so what this is going to do is it's going to take you actually to databases based on like subjects and things like that, and you can search based on subject. Okay, so all of these different things are databases, all right, that have journal articles or like scholarly articles inside of them. If you click history in your databases by subject history right here, it will take you to a list of history databases that the school has, all right? And so all of these should be available to you through the school. And if you click on them, so some of the ones that I would particularly recommend is America History and Life with full text, which is this one right here. And it is run by EBSCO. EBSCO is just like a warehouse for these things online. I would recommend American History in Video, which is a really good resource for primary sources, like early newsreels and things like that. But in terms of the first half of U.S. history, it's probably going to be slim pickings for that. So you guys might want to just skip over that for your History 111. I would suggest the Carly Digital Collections. I would also suggest, they don't have it on here. So those are the big, oh, and then, yeah, and then I would also suggest that instead of looking by databases by subject, we should go back to where we were previously, all right? Okay, so if we also go back to the Lincoln Land Community College Library homepage and we go to articles and scholarly resources, all right, we can look up individual places where these resources are going to be. And again, you're going to have America History and Life, American History and Video, the American Antiquarian Society. Let's see if I can suggest some other really good ones to you guys. Ebook Collections are going to have electronic versions of books that you might not be able to get from the library. It kind of depends on what your topic is, on what you're going to kind of be like looking for, but you can look inside of any of these. All right, another really good ones are Jstor, which is what I use all the time in addition to American History and Life. And there is another one that starts the P. ProQuest has a lot of like really good dissertations and master's theses, books, and like just really good in-depth research projects that people have done previously that you can use, right? And there's all these different kinds of things that you can look at. WorldCat is another really good one that you can use to search for articles. So I'm going to use Jstor as an example, okay? So we're just going to say, we're going to click Jstor and then we're going to go. All right? It's a thinking. Okay, so if you are not logged into your community or Lincoln Land site, like library card signed in, you need to make sure that you're doing that or you're not going to have any access to Jstor, okay? So I'm going to look up like a subject, okay? So I study the built environment and through this guy named John Bartram, all right? He does, so I'm going to look up John Bartram, okay? So I Google John Bartram, essentially. I got 9,000 hits, all right? So what this does is it's going to show me that I have 3,270 search results by like just stuff on John Bartram. Over here you can see that it's showing me whether or not it's a journal article, book chapter, or research report, whether or not it's like chapters from books or images, things like that. All right. I can also limit my publication date. So I could say anything from 2000, anything from 2000 to today. So I clicked go. All right, look, that limited my search results. Limiting your search results is not a bad thing. All right, it makes it so that you have more of exactly what you want, right? Okay, so like, let's hear what we got. Let's see what, or here we got. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have the Poetics of Natural History from John Bartram and William James. I don't really care about the poetry of natural history, but you know what I do care about a lot about the specific plants that he's studying or like how he's shipping them. So maybe like let's look on this first page and see what we got. Oh, here we go. This looks really cool. Male Pleasure and the Genders of 18th Century Botanic Exchange, a Garden Tour. All right. From 2005, and it's from William and Mary Quarterly. And I'm sure you guys don't know this, but William and Mary is a very good school. So we can pretty much trust them. All right. They're a trustworthy source. Pretty much anything you get on any of these things that are from the library are going to be really good sources. All right. And so what I do is if I want to download it directly to my computer, I can click download PDF, or I can click on it and it'll show me a little bit more about it, right? So it's going to open up the page that it's on. and it's going to show me a snippet, all right? Kind of like what it looks like inside of the journal, all right? And this tells me what journal it's from, what series it's from, who published it, all right? The Omohundro Institute of Early American History and Culture. It's going to tell me the exact website that I want. And look at this, guys, a handy dandy little tool. Cite this item, and it tells me how to cite it if I'm using different things. And guess what? We use Chicago in history, all right? So anything that's Turabian or Chicago, all right? And you can actually touch it or grab it and click Control C for your copy, or you can just click copy. Oh, and look, I copied it. So I now know where that source is, and I can just paste it into my Word document that I'm tracking all of my sources in, all right? You can also send it to any of your resources that you use for these kinds of things if you want to, all right? You can download the PDF again from this site, and I usually just download it and save it as the title with the author's name at the beginning or the end. And this would be a really, really great resource, right? Because it's going to tell me about kind of cultural things and botanical exchange during that time period, okay? So this is really how you're going to use this resource, right? Another really, really good one is America History and Life. So let's go find America History and Life, okay? Because that's what we're going to want. So America History and Life, I selected it. I'm going to click go, and we're going to check it out, see what we've got going on here, all right? So it's moving us. Okay, so yes, I consent to you stealing all of my identity. Congratulations. All right, so when we go to American History and Life, shockingly similar to Jstor, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to type in what we're looking for. Another way to do this is be Bartram, comma, John. I usually don't do that because I never know if the things are comma accessible or not. And it's going to pull me up a bunch of like really cool stuff. Look, there's like a thing about his correspondence with other people, all right? There's his work on stone, geology, right? All these kinds of cool things that I could use, all right? And so I would look at these things, see if they're useful. I would want to make sure that I have access to full text because on some of these, it's not going to let me look at the whole thing. And so we want to make sure that we have access to full text. So here we go. We know that we have access to full text because it shows that, all right? If it says HTML full text, if you click on it, it's going to take you to a site, which is going to show you the whole full text too, which is totally fine. You can copy and paste it from that, and you will be good to go. So, and also in some of these where it has HTML, you can actually listen to it as well, which I think is a really, really great resource. And so this is the HTML of it, and it kind of like gives you like a little bit of rundown. You can add it to your Google Drive, you can throw it in folders, you can download the PDF, it's up to you. So anywhere that you're kind of looking inside of the school's library, all right, is going to be a legitimate source, all right? So I would suggest, all right, that you do a cursory, all right, a first quick search in the books that the school has, all right? And I think that you can pick some up, I think you can pick up books still from the school, all right? Then, if not, if you can't pick up books from the school, I would also 100%, I 100% recommend you do this, is look for your articles and your scholarly resources, okay? And I would recommend looking in America History and Life. I would recommend looking in Jstor. I would recommend looking in ProQuest. I would recommend looking in WorldCat. All right. And then there's also some more specialized ones. There's like some really, really good environmental sciences ones, some really, really good Black thought and culture. Yeah, there it is, Black thought and culture. And they're going to give you these kinds of like Alexander Street Press. They're going to give you kind of these more like specialized things. But I would just kind of surf around for a little bit. Research takes a long time. It's tough work, but you guys got this. So that is kind of the how to basically use the library. All right. So to find what a good primary source inside the library is. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye!